Perfect. Fait qu'on est live,
Bonjour,
mon ami.
bonjour. Bonjour,
Yes,
Félix.
sir. Fait un petit live exceptionnel à 1h de l'après-midi. Je vais mettre ça en direct ici sur Instagram, puis c'est fait. All right. Fait que ouais, on est live. Let's go.
Let's go! Comment ça va, Félix?
Ça va bien,
Comment
toi?
ça va, mon ami? Ça va très,
Yes,
très
sir.
bien.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
On
sir.
est en forme aujourd'hui.
Ah
On
ouais?
a de l'énergie aujourd'hui. Let's go. We have energy today. Let's go.
C'est...
Starting an earlier live for me is good because I'm in Portugal. It's 5 hours ahead. So usually when we do the lives at 5 p.m., 5:30 p.m. Montreal time, it's 10:30 p.m. for me. So I'm half asleep on the live. So now I have energy. Let's go.
ben oui.
Yeah, we're talking
On voit
about
qu'il fait plus
getting
clair.
things done.
Yeah, getting
Getting
Tuesday
things done.
done, getting through Tuesdays,
Getting
getting
Tuesday
through the
done.
week, getting through your stuff, getting through your life. Chaque mardi, on va parler d'un sujet pour les TDAH qui nous touche tous, qui a touché à peu près, je pense, tous les gens que j'ai connus, honnêtement. Je pense que tout le monde a un TDAH. Est-ce que tu connais quelqu'un qui a pas un TDAH, George?
C'est quoi un TDAH?
ADHD. Do you know someone who doesn't have ADHD?
These days, I think everybody has it, right? Or at least everybody says they have it because of the I guess, short attention span because of social media and all these other things that we could talk all day about. But yeah,
It's a big thing, the attention span. It's a big thing on the if we're talking about marketing and we're talking about like anything like that has to do with hooking up the client, it's harder than it used to. And 30 seconds commercial, nobody's watching 30 seconds commercial the whole thing anymore because nobody's watching that long. Everybody's like scrolling frénétiquement sur leur cellulaire. Quand on n'aime pas ça, boum, on change, boum, on change. C'est rendu dans la seconde. L'attention, maintenant, on parle de secondes. C'est fou. Puis,
it's actually scary though if you think about it.
it is a
Our
bit
attention
scary.
span is like a goldfish.
It
It's
is a bit
actually scary. We just want like immediate gratification. Our brain just wants immediate reward all the time. It's like swipe, 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 swipe. Like we're one of the fiends.
The thing about that, Jordan, is I feel like everything is becoming micro. And since our attention seeks something at every second, anything that doesn't give you dopamine at any second feels like forever in your brain.
True. It's 100%.
It feels like forever. And I just feel like, just the simple act of reading a book, sometimes I just, I just realize that it's an old act to read a book. It's just something that's, you can't do it faster than what you're able to comprehend. Not only read, like reading is a thing, but letting the information sink in, really sink in, and acting upon it, it's another thing. It's and it's something that it's being lost at sea. And in these Tuesday, we're gonna be talking about. First of all, we're gonna be reading a book that changed my life, and that changed, I think, I would say, also yours, George, because we had so many occasions that we've talked about it. So
I learned a lot from this book. I learned a lot from this book. That's actually thanks to you. It was you who recommended me this book. And you're like, oh, you have ADHD, read this book. It's going to help you be more organized and stuff like that.
Getting things done, the art of stress-free productivity. There's a lot of book on how to improve your life, personal development. Like there's probably thousands and thousands of books that would tell you like how to improve your health, your productivity, your success in life. Some of them are very good, I would say. Some of them are, somewhat helpful on some part of your life. Some of them are worth reading, but most of them, I don't know for you, but I forgot most of it after a few days of, putting the book down, and I was thinking about something else. I applied some of it, but most of it didn't stick. this book, it sticked. And for some reason, I didn't have to go back to like what was in there. I just apply. It just like I kept going with it because it was so easy. The tricks in there are just stuff that you could apply to your regular life. Um,
That's why they
it's
stuck, though. It's because you applied them right away to your life. You practice them right away, and that's what makes them stick. Like
it
books, I find books that you're not interested in, bro. There's no chance they're gonna stick. You're reading it's
but
going one year out the other type of thing.
you
But
could
when
you
you read a
could
book
you
that
could
you actually like and you actually apply and it makes your life better, those things actually stick. And
sometimes you could
this was a
you could
good
go.
read for me too. It was a I don't know. I wouldn't call it an easy read though. It wasn't an easy read.
It's not.
It's definitely
It's
a
true.
book that I would read a second time. And I feel like I don't know. I feel like to get the most out of books, you have to read them at least, twice. For me, anyways, for somebody who has ADHD, attention deficit disorder, sometimes I read a whole page. I don't know what the hell I just read. I'm sure you could. I'm sure the
Of
same things
course,
happen to you. You read a whole.
100%.
Man,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
I go through a couple pages. I'm like, what the
Wow.
hell did I just read?
It's
I'm like,
true. It's true.
that's scary.
It's
But I
true.
was thinking about like I don't know dinners or plans with my friends going on, whatever. And I'm like, shh. And that's why I never did really, really well in school, right? Not because it's not because we're stupid or whatever. It's just, it's tough.
It's
It's tough, but I view it as a gift, though. I view it as a gift that we could use it. We can put it to good use.
it's funny that you talk about school because I was talking to my wife about this live stream that we were gonna have about the whole topic, and she knows GTD because I've been reading and talking about it for like so many years. She knows the subject so well. I've
We
read
got
this book.
a shout out to Steve Geffen.
Oh
Steve
yes.
Geffen, shout out. WTF is going on here? Steve, stick around, man. Stick around.
Stick around, you'll see, bro. You'll see. But bro, I had the chance of reading that book a couple years ago, before I got married, and it really changed my life in a way that it changed my ADHD into a powerhouse of like ideas and creative stuff that I was actually writing down because I had some places to capture them. I actually created in basket a couple. I'm gonna give you like hints, a couple hints of the book. One of them, to capture your thanks, Steve. I'll take that for sure. Call me. Call me, Steve. Give me a call. But yeah, bro, like I remember like just starting that to have like a places to capture my ideas. I'm gonna show you, bro. I'm gonna show you. I kept these little books, these little booklets, field notes. I have a bunch of them, and those, you know, are for different topics, different subjects. Those are for the CRM, everything about the CRM. I need to fix. I need to send Kev, do this, blah blah blah. I need to fix, send an email. Everything about Zoho, everything is in there. I have another one here. It's for the, all the stuff about the live stream, the things where when I'm on the go, all the ideas I get. I just had to like have places to capture them instead of just like keeping them in my head and keeping them like as a clog, because ADHD could just become like a massive clog in your head if you don't really take care of it, if you don't take care of your like the way
The way we
thoughts are
process our
just coming.
thoughts is different.
Yes,
Yeah, they just come from everywhere. Boom, 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 and it's like
all the time.
the whole thing about the whole concept of the book is just writing it down right away. The 2-minute rule thing that you were telling me about. That if it
The
takes
two-
something 2 minutes
yeah.
to be done, boom, do it right away.
That's another trick. Yeah, it's true. It's the 2 minute. The 2 minute rule is sorry, take your
Yeah, I
shirt
think
off.
Steve wants
I'm
us
reading
to
Steve.
do it shirtless.
Go topless, man.
Steve
Bro,
gifts, man.
you want to
Steve
crush my audience? Go topless. Bro, honestly, we need to see you, Steve. Go
Yeah, Steve.
topless. That would
Steve,
increase
when I
the
get back,
viewership
Steve,
100%.
Steve, when I get back to Montreal, we go for some lunch or for some dinner. It's we're long overdue. It's been far too long, my friend.
Man, ça fait tellement longtemps, Steve. En plus, on parle de toi. On parle de toi dans le prochain live stream. On fait un live stream complet sur Steve Gaffin, tous les trucs. Tous les trucs qu'on a appris de notre ami Steve Gaffin à tous les mercredis. Ça va être intéressant. You could join us. Bro, we definitely should have Steve on the stream. I know
100%.
I know he's dying to come in, bro. That's why he's here commenting. He's dying to come in right now. Oh my god. By the way, for viewers, Steve Geffen is our one of our coach, we could say mentor for a little time.
For sure.
was
We
a
were like
mentor for a
early
little
20s, before pre-20s, 19 years old.
We're kids.
And this guy showed us a lot about
showed us
about
about
sales,
about
cold
discipline,
calling, about
bro,
hustling,
about
discipline.
yeah, bro, showing
that
up,
stuff.
and for me, it was my fears. So I was always fucking. Je peux pas l'appeler. Je peux pas l'appeler.
And Steve would come to you, that shut up and call. Just do call. We love you, Steve.
And bro, and it was perfect because for me it was time. You know, at some point it was time. And bro, Steve, we need to have you on the stream at some point. Like, let us know when you have time, and we'll just get you on the stream. It would be fun. Let me know what time you're available, and we'll arrange that.
How's your son doing with his hockey? I see you posting your son at the rink. He seems like he's pretty good, man. He's gonna be a future NHL star or what?
He's having. I think he's having our conversation a little after, but bro, yeah. I'll try to. By the time you talk to him, I'll try to find the 2-minute approach because I got a little off track here. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, the 2-minute rule, bro. So anytime, boys. You guys are two legends, bro.
Appreciate that, Steve.
Thanks, man.
The real
Thanks,
one,
man. I appreciate that, bro. Je vais juste l'afficher parce que, bro, we need to have this. You guys are two legends. Yeah, Steve Geffen, il a dit que j'étais une légende.
Appreciate the support, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. All right. So, yeah, let's get back on it. So, the 2-minute rule, bro. So, we should always be dispositioning our obligations now rather than putting them off. So, anything that you could do under 2 minutes, you should do it now. And anything that takes you more than 2 minutes, you should have a system to disposition it the same way you're dispositioning calls in your CRM, like in a system. You know, I know I have obligations a little bit everywhere in my life. I know I'm going to have to disposition them. By the way, je veux juste dire bonjour à mon ami Max Rochon. What's up? Sur Instagram,
Kevin.
qui nous regarde. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Kevin Turcotte. Bonjour, Kevin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Comment ça va, mon ami? Comment est-ce qu'il va, mon ami Kevin?
But we should always have a way to disposition anything that takes us more than 2 minutes to do in our obligations, responsibility systems. Fait que ce livre-là nous explique comment réellement, de façon réaliste, dans un contexte, sans avoir à acheter un calendrier, 50 agendas. Regarde, moi, ça m'a coûté des petits cahiers comme ça avec des crayons. Maintenant, j'ai du fun. Je m'achète des beaux crayons. I have nice pens. I try to make it nice for me, you know. I have nice pens, nice little booklets to keep my ideas on track at all time and for all means. Parce que quand c'est le temps de produire, c'est pas le temps de pull les idées. T'as jamais eu ce feeling-là, George, que quand t'étais un peu plus sous pression, like you're in a productive mode, we're in a meeting. We have an hour for a meeting with all the folks around. We're talking just like earlier with a meeting with everyone. And we were talking and the ideas you had while you were working 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a week ago. Il faudrait faire ça. Il faudrait que je parle à Félix. Il faudrait qu'on change de CRM for XYZ. We should change that. And when you're in the meeting, it's time to get that information out. We're there to listen
and it's
for it.
not ready.
We're
And
waiting.
it's not
And it's not
accessible.
ready. It's not there. It's not accessible. And you forget about it. And fuck it. One day later, you're doing the same thing, and boom, comes back. These ideas are golden for everyone in the organization, n'importe qui avec qui tu travailles. Puis après ça, les gens vont se plaindre, il n'y a pas assez de communication, il n'y a pas assez de... Capture it, capture it, capture it. You should be able to GTD it. Get things done. This is what we're going to be reading on Tuesday. So that's why the Tuesdays are being here. It's not, it's we're getting it, we're getting, je vais l'avoir. Le live stream est called Getting Tuesday Done for a reason. We're gonna get that sink in to all our viewers that method is an I would say holistic one. It's one that you could apply to all the little things, all the little parts, bits of your life without having to have your phone on you, because it sticks there. You know, it's not a nap. It's not something that it's not a calendar, special You don't have to buy anything. La seule chose, c'est, je dirais, quelque chose d'intelligent pour garder des notes. Something that stays together, not loose leaves, like not post-its. Post-its are good. Like, they're good for next tasks. We'll talk about it. We'll get to it. But chapter
look,
6...
I think it's different for everybody. Like, where to take notes, you mean? I don't know if that's what you were getting at. Like, where should you write down the notes?
Yeah,
paper,
where should you capture? It's true. Yeah. Okay.
Honestly,
for me, it's different. Yeah, for me, it's that.
It's different for everybody. I like, personally, hey Siri, remind me of this. That's how I like to do it. I like to, like, I'm doing a task or whatever I'm working. I could just tell Siri to save a reminder for me, and that's the way I get shit off my mind and onto paper. And then once you get it out of your mind onto paper or onto your phone, whatever, it doesn't bother you anymore. Because the problem is getting it out of your head. If you keep it on your head and you don't write it down, your mind is like trying to remember it, and it's like buzzing. You know, it's like don't forget, and then you write it down. It's like you're in paradise. Like, wow, okay, it feels so much better. And,
it is.
You like to write down. You like to write down on notepads.
I'm old school.
First, yeah, no problem.
Because I have a massive desk and everything is there. I just keep it there. But
for me, I'm not organized like that, because I'm gonna have papers everywhere, and then I'm not gonna find my notes. So for me, I put everything on my phone. But I like the action of actually writing. It's
if I could say
nice.
Something in the book, they're talking about an external brain. And by external brain, he was actually talking about AI capturing your stuff. Because by the time he was writing that book, AI was already there. And he had the chance to update the book, because there's actually versions of this book. And this one is the updated version. I recommend you the updated version. I've read the older version. That was also good, but we're in 2024, so of course you want to read the updated version. With what he's talking about in here, he's talking about an external brain that could actually capture it for you, which is way better than my little thing here. But it's because I've been reading the old version. I started before I started. The updated version was not out yet when I've read it GTD. And there's also the French version, bro. Like, if you really want to know how I'm like, there's the French version ici. Tout accomplir sans peine, édition, les éditions transcontinentales. Parce qu'il y a plusieurs éditions aussi pour le français, mais celui-là, vous allez pouvoir le trouver sur Amazon. Mais voilà, c'est pour ce qui est du 2 minutes. Écoute, le chapter 6 will be about the 2-minute rule. And we're going to be talking in depth about the 2-minute rule. If an action will take less than 2 minutes, it should be done at the moment it is defined. Other task or other thing that takes more need to be disposition. Fait, dans un système où tu vas être capable de t'en rappeler, puis tu vas le faire quand tu vas avoir le temps. Fait, quand il y a un break, à un moment donné, le rush à partir de 1 heure, regarde, à partir de 1h30, 2 heures, le rush de la matinée est fini. Là, tu te cherches quelque chose à faire. C'est pas... Honnêtement, c'est ça qui fatigue le cerveau, d'avoir à chercher. What should I do? It's tiring to look for a task like, and then you're bugging and your creativity. Ben, c'est vrai! it's
I love
true
the
when
sound
you're.
effects.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I should record that. Kev, record that for Discord, please. We'll have that. If you could record some sounds
It's
with
okay. It's not going anywhere, bro. It's staying here. It's gonna be all over the place. Right?
it. But
But
but it's true. It's true. These advice, like they come from someone, like they come from a human being that knows that other human beings are fallible and busy. You know, we're all very busy, and we're getting busier and busier, and we're having like more and more. Like that's a subject for Friday. Like how busy we're getting, like how busy Gen Z are getting. Like how deep is it to get like the tasks of two boomers for one person at the same salary that they used to give it to two people, and now you're doing the job for two people, and they're giving you $75,000 for it. They used to pay 150 each for two boomers to do it. But well, that's another subject. We could talk about that on Friday. Those Fridays are for that. But it's true. We're having more tasks than ever. No, like more and more is being asked from the worker. It's true. We're being social media machines and
are they though, or are people getting lazier than boomers? Let's say. So that could be debated.
but it's it.
Because like
I
some
would
people would
argue.
say
I would
that some
argue
people will
that
say that we're getting lazy. We want to work 3 days a week, 5 hours a day, and that's it. And
but we're
we want
being
the rest
asked
of the time to
of
enjoy.
being like we need to be available though.
And I guess the companies have no choice to start either giving people more money or giving people the flexibility that they want with their schedules. But
But
it
there
seems like
has
it's
to
getting
be
like that. It seems
some.
like people are like companies are having a hard time getting people who want to work, especially like you said, the Gen Z. That
There has
yeah,
to be some
might be an
economy and
unpopular
time
opinion,
though.
but
Like I mean, like there had to be at some point like some economy of time from 20 years ago when we had to like write down everything on a piece of paper, and now we're having softwares that pilot everything for us. And what are we, what will be the next thing, if AI is taking over a bunch of tasks from our hands? What will be our tasks inside the office? Like that's a real big question. And your ADHD brain will need to figure out a way to be creative and do some stuff that AI cannot do, and that's becoming more and more. It's like AI is getting harder and harder to compete against. Let's be real.
but I think an ADHD brain mixed with AI is a recipe for like a
It's a That's
like
it.
it could be amazing. It could go very well together because it helps with like repetitive tasks and organizing and stuff like
But
that. And if
for
you could
that,
use
we need.
your creative ADHD brain for like I don't know, generating pictures and stuff like that, you could
Yeah.
come up with some really cool content and cool stuff.
So
So
basically, you need to use your brain as it should be, as the biggest computing force that could possibly exist on Earth, and that's what your brain is. We just don't use it enough. And I feel that with this, you could really tap it in, like really have some traction. I'm listen. I'm ADHD. I've been like diagnosed with that all my life. Teachers, they were saying, "Ah, Félix, est pas concentré." To my parents, il est pas concentré. But I had, um, in some, I don't know if it's true for you, but it was true for me. Anything that has to do with the mathématiques puis les sciences, very hard for me. I was not passing. I had to do like, bro, I don't know, man. My brain was not. The fuse were not. I was not listening, and also English classes. I remember English classes. I was not focusing, bro. I was not listening. You know why? I was talking to my wife about that yesterday night. I remember that I remember one teacher tossing me une craie. Il m'a lancé une craie. Ça a explosé. J'avais de la craie partout sur moi. Je suis in like English class. But I had good grades in English class. But you know why I was not listening? Because I was talking English to my friends every weekends. Every like night, on jouait au hockey, on parlait like I had to speak English since I was 5 years old. So these English class in high school were so boring because I already knew I was reading Harry Potter in English in high school. I was already reading Harry Potter. Fait que les termes en anglais, les mots, je savais déjà c'était plate, j'écoutais pas. I was not listening. Anything that was captivating my attention. So I loved history. I loved I had des écoles d'écologie en secondaire 3. J'avais des cours d'écologie. I passed
Science was fun, actually.
Science I had a hard time because there was math in it. But these anything that captivated my and French. I was good in French because I loved reading, obviously. My attention.
Really? You loved reading in elementary school?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hated it. I hated it.
Reading was
it was so hard. Like I said, I was reading it like 2-3 pages and I didn't remember what I just read. For me, it was tough, man. That's why this book is really, really, really helpful for that. It actually helped me out a lot, for sure.
It nails it, definitely.
Taking down the notes and clarifying, organizing, creating organized lists.
Sorted.
And
it gets that sorted.
The 2-minute rule is top. I use that 2-minute rule for everything in my life.
And it's something you keep on your thumb, right? Like it's something you don't have to.
It's like the number one principle that I took from that book was the 2-minute rule thing. Because I used to get paralyzed with tasks and stuff to do. I would have so many tasks and so many things to do that I would just get paralyzed and I would do nothing. I would do absolutely nothing.
Chat, like who's being paralyzed by tasks?
And now I actually look at it. I break it down. I write it down on a piece of paper. I write it down on my phone, and I'm like, okay, this takes less than 2 minutes. Let's do it right
now.
now. Boom, 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 and then you go on a rampage, and then you start with one task, and then boom, 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 and you start doing everything.
100%.
It's actually
100%.
Really good.
They nail it for that, and you know what? Like, I'm just gonna go here through my notes to make sure that we went through everything because I don't wanna skip anything. It's so good.
Well, look. We could talk all day. Like,
to be honest,
today we're gonna talk just about the.
We wanted to introduce
the intro to the book, but like basically mind sweep. We spoke about mind sweep, capturing everything, and then next time we could talk about clarifying and organizing everything. Sorry, go ahead, sir.
No, it's fine. It's just the real thing we need to know about this approach for me that's major is it's incremental. It's not something you have to do it. I've started reading the book and I didn't have time to read the book like right away. I read the book like in a couple months at first. But the first chapters I was already able to like change stuff in my life. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, that's good. And I was showing my wife, that's very good. Boom, 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 boom. And I was the first things I started seeing is I was able to do more in one day that I used to, and I was being less tired by doing that much more. And that felt so good because I used to like be so tired about all that thinking and all that looking for stuff and looking for stuff on my computer. People calling me, hey, t'as-tu fait ça? As-tu mon dossier? As-tu this? As-tu that? And looking, trying to find for service, like for the service guys out there, all our service guys who own a service business. You own a service business. I own a service business. I could say something about that. We have a CRM now. It's different, but and we delegate a bunch. But service businesses, we all start the same. Our cell phone is exploding. Monday morning, all the stuff all that stuff has to be captured somewhere. Puis c'est ce modèle-là qui m'a permis de me détacher tranquillement sans avoir à payer un consultant pour je sais pas moi, pour tout faire pour moi. En vrai, on en a, c'est pas vrai. On en a des consultants, on en a engagé. We hired consultants to help us with stuff, but not to save our lives. Because when you call Calinette to clean your base room, of course, it's quand your basement, c'est sûr que ça va te coûter la totale. Tu veux tout changer parce que là, tout est détruit, tout est démoli. C'est une urgence. C'est la même chose avec les consultants qui viennent nous sauver dans notre business. Quand tu arrives avec tes feuilles de papier tout mêlées puis tes affaires sont pas capturées de la bonne façon, c'est sûr que lui, il va te charger pour le travail qu'il doit faire de démêler tout ça. Comment on peut faire pour commencer à quelque part? Where do we start? We start now by capturing the stuff that we could capture, and I could say something about it. You don't have to redo everything that's past. Fait que si c'était en arrière, puis ça a mal été capturé en arrière, pour l'instant, garde ça dans ton sac de papier. That's one advice I could give you. Like from, tu sais, si on peut parler de un insight, je peux le donner à mes service guys qui ne sont pas dans un bureau, qui ne travaillent pas dans un bureau. Boys, laissez le sac de papier derrière. On start aujourd'hui avec un nouveau système pour les prochains clients. Fait que comme ça, au moins, on arrête l'hémorragie pour tout ce qui rentre. Parce que ce qui arrive sinon, c'est qu'on we hamper our sales. We clog the sales process. We're scared. On ne veut pas vendre plus. On ne veut pas aller chercher plus de clients. On a peur. On est mal organisé.
Mais
ça va mal
voyons
rentrer.
donc.
Ça va mal capturer. Mais oui. Fait que les prochains, les nouveaux qui rentrent, on les rentre dans le nouveau système. Puis les anciens, quand on va avoir le temps, on va les classer. Puis ça, au pire, on va le déléguer à quelqu'un. Hey, classe-moi ça. S'il te plaît, aide-moi, démêle ça, là, puis rentre-moi toutes les données dans le CRM, puis fais-moi ça comme il faut. Fait qu'écoute, nous autres, le mardi sert à ça. Puis je vais closer écoute, si je peux closer avec ça, Jordan, je veux juste, à moins que tu aies quelque chose à dire, je voulais juste lire la fin de cette partie-ci du chapitre où on est. En ce moment, on commence au chapitre 1, on commence le livre ensemble. Mais il y a une partie que je veux lire en terminant, si tu es d'accord. Avais-tu quelque chose à dire avant, George?
No, go for it, bro.
So, yes, this is advice from a man who clearly understands that people are busy and fallible. OK? He is writing. Fait qu'évidemment, ce qu'on est en train de lire, c'est pas écrit, c'est le forward. On n'est pas en train de lire ce que David Allen, l'auteur, a écrit, mais c'est, je vais vous dire tout de suite, James Fallows. James Fallows is a national correspondent for The Atlantic magazine and author of 10 books. Most recently, China Airborne. He first wrote about David Allen in a 2004 article of The Atlantic called Organize Your Life. Fait que je le connais pas, mais c'est lui qui écrit à propos de notre auteur. Fait que c'est pour ça qu'il est à la troisième personne. He is writing to offer them additional helpful tips rather than to give them extra reasons to feel guilty or inadequate. The book is also written with an understanding that life consists of cycles. Things go better and then get worse. La vie est remplie de cycles. Les choses vont du mieux au moins bien, puis du moins bien au mieux. At some points, we fall behind. At others, we catch up or try to. When episodes occur, as they will for anyone, in which we are overwhelmed or unable to cope, the book suggests achievable day-by-day steps toward regaining a calm sense of control over your life, over your work, over your business, over whatever you want to control. On veut tout avoir ce sens-là de contrôle dans notre vie, des choses qui nous entourent, notre ménage dans la maison, les enfants. Le sens, le sentiment, puis c'est pour ça que j'adore la fin de ce je vais le dire juste pour les gens qui nous écoutent en français. Les choses vont aller du mieux au moins bien, puis du moins bien vers le mieux. Mais à un certain moment donné, c'est sûr qu'on va être en arrière sur qu'est-ce qu'on a à faire. On va avoir pris du retard. Puis sur certaines choses, on va avoir pris de l'avance, puis en même temps qu'on va essayer de faire de tout ça, tout mener ça en même temps, c'est vraiment une gymnastique. Surtout dans la vie adulte avec les enfants, puis tout ça.
Ça, c'est vraiment vrai ce que tu dis avec comme on va être en avance sur certaines choses, puis on va être behind sur certaines choses. L'affaire, c'est que moi, personnellement, quand je planifie quelque chose ou je planifie des tâches, puis mes tâches sont pas faites comment je l'avais planifié dans ma tête ou comment je l'avais écrit, genre je suis 1 journée, 2 journées en arrière, je commence à stresser. Je commence à
Oui.
stresser, je commence à suer, like, oh my God, I was supposed to be done this by today. I was supposed to be done this by now. And I'm not done this. And I start stressing, I start freaking out, I start panicking, I start getting anxiety. You know,
Qu'est-ce
you
que
get
ça
anxiety
fait?
because you're like, oh, I shouldn't be here. I should be in a different state right
Voilà.
now. And that causes
Creates
anxiety.
a drag. Creates a
And
drag.
but I told myself, I started telling myself, I just like little things that you tell your brain, it helps a lot, you know. And I just there's this one thing that I tell myself, like it's okay, like you are where you are right now, and it's okay, and it's fine.
C'est
You'll
ça.
finish. You'll just okay. Tomorrow you'll take care of it. Don't
En
worry.
vrai, si tu l'as capturé à
And
quelque
every
part,
time, and every 100% of the times, we stress for nothing because it ends up getting done. We end up doing it, and then that's it.
if you capture it, you will have some place off your brain to be able to remember it and do it later.
Yeah,
so
and you make space
instead
for
of
other
trying
stuff.
to
That's the beauty of it. You create
could
space for
forget it
other
here.
stuff.
You could forget it here, but you need some places to capture it. So that's it.
You know,
that's
when you're
the
like,
magic
you know, when
of
you're
this book.
thinking, you're like, oh my God, it's at the tip of my thought. Like you're like, I'm thinking, you're trying to think of something and you're trying to explain something. You're like, oh, I forgot what it was. It's on the tip of my tongue. How much does that suck when you're in that situation and you're trying to think of what it was and you forgot?
Mais ça vient du fait que tu as trop dans ta tête.
T'as
You have
trop,
so much.
T'as pas bien écrit toutes tes pensées sur une
your thoughts don't have traction. You don't have traction with your thoughts.
Yeah.
That's power. That's control. And that's what that book gave me after years and years and years of practicing it, because that's not something you need to read and have close. I do have those books close because I love them and I love talking about them and I love trying to like help people with them. And that's why we're doing this actually that's why we're trying to do it, this live streams, to help people, man. We're trying to help some people gain traction on their thoughts, gain traction on their ADHD without having to like go therapeutic, avec la thérapeutique, avec avec un plan de... On n'a pas besoin de ça, là. On peut très, très bien contrôler ce qu'on pense, puis ça se transmet dans ce qu'on fait. Littéralement. Si on est capable de contrôler aussi la quantité de pensées qui viennent dans notre tête dans un moment donné, parce que c'est normal dans la journée, I'm at work, ma fille est malade. OK? Il faut que j'aille chercher des médicaments, il faut que j'aille au pharmaprix chercher des choses. J'ai su, elle a fait un peu de fièvre, faut que j'aille. Là, si je ne l'écris pas, c'est pas juste je vais l'oublier. Ça va créer un drag, ça va créer What's the French for drag? Drag, c'est une traînée. Ça va se tirer en arrière. Ça va me tirer en arrière. Ça va me retirer en arrière parce que...
It's going to hold you back. It's going to hold you back. And if you don't write it down, you're going to forget it. You're going to forget it. And it's going to be... So you're going to forget it, but you're going to know that there was something that you had to do. But you don't know what it is because you didn't write it down. That's the worst feeling ever. Ouais. That's the worst. You're like, shit, I know I had to do something, but I don't know what it is. There's 100%. No horse. Well, whatever.
It's your horsepower. It's your brain horsepower.
And once I discovered that, man, I just started writing everything down, and that doesn't happen anymore. But man, Felix, this was a nice conversation. Really enjoyed this conversation a lot.
C'était vraiment cool.
It was very, very nice.
Yes.
Very insightful.
Every Tuesday, we're going to have that conversation, bro. So join in for all the people that just got to know us. Like, join in every...
Yeah, guys, drop a comment. Come in, ask, share some experiences if you want. And
we'll talk about it. It could be
helpful for us as well, right?
Yeah, so, for everyone.
Yeah, basically. we're here to learn also, you know what I mean? Like it's...
And tomorrow, we're going to be there... are we there early tomorrow, or it's still 5:30? Because today was special, but tomorrow will be 5:30 also.
Yeah, tomorrow 5:30. We'll continue at 5:30.
100%. Perfect. Fait que demain, on est dans Winners Wednesday. On va parler
Love
demain de ce qu'on va ouvrir comme livre. Je
Let's
suis pas encore
go.
certain, mais yes, Winners Wednesday, ça va être pour les gagnants. On va passer au travers de la semaine comme des gagnants, les amis. Ça va faire du bien. Puis j'ai hâte de vous présenter ça demain. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir, mon
sir.
boy. Yes, sir.
All right,
All
guys.
right. On se
Appreciate
laisse
you all.
là-dessus.
Love you.
On s'en retourne travailler. Let's go, bro.
Ciao, ciao,
Ciao,
guys.
man.